we're plunging into your sources again today to pull out some really actionable insights.
Yeah, that's the goal.
And today, we're tackling something pretty much everyone bumps into, right? Whether you're like building something new, solving a tricky business problem, or heck, just figuring out what's for dinner.
Huh? Yeah, it applies everywhere.
We're talking creative problem solving.
Yeah.
Specifically, how you get from that, perfectly worded, how might we question to actually doing something with it, generating real, actionable solutions.
Exactly. And if you've been with us before, you'll know we've sort of laid the groundwork already.
Right.
We looked at the whole history of how might we, where it came from, and also like what makes a good one. Focused, optimistic, sparks creativity, all that.
Okay, so picture this.
Yeah.
You've done that hard work. You've got your HMW question.
Yep.
It's good. It's sitting there, maybe on a whiteboard, maybe just buzzing in your head. It's ready.
Yep.
But then what?
Yeah.
Because a great question, well, it's only half the story, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Only the start.
And that next step, getting the ideas flowing, that often leads straight into, well, possibly the most dreaded meeting in all of corporate culture.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. The brainstorm.
The brainstorm. We've all been there, right?
Definitely. You get like 20 people in a room, maybe? Big blank whiteboard staring back.
Yep.
And some manager cheerfully says, okay, everyone, no bad ideas. If only. Yeah, right? And what usually follows is just crickets. Or maybe an hour of awkward silence, perhaps a few mumbled suggestions, usually from the loudest person.
Always.
And then inevitably, okay, great start, everyone. Let's circle back on this later.
It's so frustrating. And honestly, just not a good use of anyone's time.
Totally inefficient.
So look, our mission for this deep dive is basically to rescue the brainstorm.
Oh, okay. I like that. A rescue mission.
We want to give you some solid, effective techniques, tools you can actually use to take that brilliant how might we question and turn it into, well, a flood of creative, genuinely actionable solutions.
Right. And I think the first really crucial step in fixing it is understanding why those traditional brainstorms so often, fall flat.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Diagnose the problem first.
Exactly. That typical popcorn style thing where
Right.
people just shout out ideas whenever it seems simple, but it's actually really vulnerable to some big psychological traps.
Okay.
The first one is something called production blocking.
Oh, I think I know this feeling. It's like you have an idea bubbling up, but someone else is talking.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to hold on to it, but also listen. And by the time they finish, your brilliant thought has just vanished.
Precisely. While one person's holding the floor, everyone else is either, politely listening or just waiting their turn. And the key thing is they're not generating new ideas in that moment.
Your own train of thought just gets derailed.
Completely blocked. So that's one. The second trap is evaluation apprehension.
The fear factor.
Exactly. Even with that no bad ideas rule plastered everywhere, people are deep down often really quite scared of looking foolish.
Yeah, nobody wants to be the one who says the dumb thing.
Right. So what happens? People self-censor. They hold back. They only share the ideas that feel safe, polished, maybe a bit boring.
So the really innovative, maybe slightly crazy, half-baked ideas, they just don't get said.
They never see the light of day. And those are often the most promising ones.
Okay, and that sounds like it leads straight into the third problem you mentioned.
It does. Groupthink. This is a big one. The first few ideas that get thrown out, especially if they come from, say, a senior person in the room.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they can act like an anchor. Suddenly, everyone else starts maybe unconsciously riffing on those initial ideas.
So instead of exploring lots of different directions.
The group's thinking just converges. It narrows down really quickly. It's like everyone starts coloring inside the lines that the first person drew. You lose that divergence.
Wow. Okay, so production blocking, evaluation apprehension, groupthink. It sounds like traditional brainstorming is almost designed for, well, mediocrity.
It often leads there, yes. It's not designed for true breakthroughs.
So what's the antidote? What's the fundamental shift we need?
Well, the core idea of the antidote is to design the process differently. You need a process that actively encourages divergent thinking going wide, one that ensures equal participation, so everyone gets a voice, and, this is critical, one that separates the act of generating ideas from the act of evaluating them.
Separate generation from evaluation.
Oh.
Okay, that sounds key. So if the old way is broken, how do we actually do that? What's the fix?
Let's dive into the first technique. It's probably the simplest and honestly one of the most powerful. It's called brainwriting,
Brainwriting.
sometimes called silent brainstorming. And the premise is incredibly simple. For a set period of time, everyone generates ideas individually and writes them down, usually on sticky notes without talking.
Silence. Interesting.
It immediately tackles all those problems we just talked about.
How so?
Well, think about it. There's no production blocking, right? Everyone is writing simultaneously.
Got it. No waiting your turn.
Exactly. There's way less evaluation apprehension because, at first, it's basically anonymous. Your slightly weird idea goes on a sticky note. Nobody knows it's yours until they're all up on the wall.
Takes the pressure off.
Massively. And it totally prevents that early groupthink because you get this huge diversity of initial ideas emerging all at once, independently, not just anchored to the first thing someone said.
Okay, let's make this really concrete. Can we use that how might we example we mentioned? The one about reading?
Yeah, perfect. So the question was, how might we help busy young professionals rediscover the joy of reading without it feeling like a chore? Good. Solid HMW.
Right.
So imagine you're running this session. You've got that HMW clearly visible. You give everyone a pad of sticky notes, a good marker, and you say, okay, team, we're going to take the next, say, 5 minutes silently. Just generate as many ideas as possible. One idea per sticky note.
One per note. Okay.
And the goal here is pure quantity. Don't filter yet. Go for wild ideas, impossible ideas, strange ones, anything that pops into your head related to the HMW. Ready? Go.
And then for those 5 minutes, it's just quiet scribbling.
Quiet, focused energy. You just see hands moving, sticky notes piling up.
So for instance, using that HMW, I might jot down something like book subscription box, but it has a time to read estimate printed right on the cover.
Nice.
Or partner with local breweries for like a books and brews silent reading night. Quiet socializing.
Love that.
Maybe even something techie like an app that summarizes the first chapter of a book in a 5-minute podcast to kind of hook you.
Great examples. And meanwhile, someone else might be writing a book sommelier service like pairs your mood with a book recommendation like wine.
Ooh, I like that.
Or tiny pop-up libraries inside co-working spaces, easy access during the workday.
Smart.
Maybe even a challenge-based reading program, like read a book set in a country you've never visited, add some adventure.
Okay, I can see how this works.
Yeah.
We end the 5 minutes, everyone puts their notes up.
Exactly. You stick them all up on a wall or whiteboard, and suddenly, bang! You don't have 3 ideas from the most confident person.
We've got maybe 50, 60, 70 diverse ideas from the entire group. You've created this incredibly rich landscape of possibilities.
Before anyone has even started judging or discussing them.
Precisely. That separation is key.
Okay, brainwriting. Powerful for getting lots of written ideas down. But sometimes an idea is more visual, right? Like how something might actually look or work.
Absolutely. And for that, there's another fantastic technique called Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights. Sounds energetic.
It is. It's a rapid sketching exercise designed to make ideas more tangible, more visual, really quickly.
Now, sketching, that might sound intimidating for people like me who claim they can't draw a straight line.
Totally get that. But here's the thing. It is absolutely not about artistic skill. Zero. It's about fast, rough, visual communication.
Okay, how does it work?
Super simple. You take a single sheet of paper, like an A4 or letter size, fold it in half 3 times.
Okay, so you end up with 8 rectangles.
Exactly, 8 boxes. And then you set a timer for 8 minutes. That gives you just 1 minute per box. 1 minute per sketch, that's fast.
That's the magic.
Yeah.
1 minute is nowhere near enough time to be precious or detailed or worry about perfection. You are forced to just get the core concept down visually.
So it's not about drawing a masterpiece.
Not at all. It's about communicating maybe a user interaction or a key moment in a service or just the essence of an interface. A few lines, maybe a label, that's it.
Okay, let's stick with our reading HMW, helping busy professionals rediscover reading. How would Crazy Eights work there?
All right, so timer starts. 8 minutes. In my first box, maybe I quickly sketch a smartphone screen. It shows a little quiz, what's your current mood? With buttons like stressed, adventurous, curious.
Okay.
Then maybe an arrow to the next screen showing a book cover with text like your perfect match. Just enough to show the mood matching idea. Done. Minutes up, next box.
Right. So in my box, maybe I draw like a really simple diagram of a corner in a coffee shop. Just a square for a bookshelf labeled library picks.
Yeah.
And a little stick figure holding a coffee and a book, smiling. The idea is library outposts.
Perfect. See, not fine art, just the concept. Library books where people already are.
Or, okay, next minute. I could sketch a calendar on a phone, and there's a blocked out section labeled protected reading hour. Maybe a little shield icon. The idea is an app feature that helps you actually schedule and defend reading time.
Exactly. It's illustrating the experience or the function of the idea very rapidly.
So after the 8 minutes, everyone has 8 rough sketches.
Yep. Then you typically have everyone quickly share maybe just their top 2 or 3 favorite sketches with the group, explain them in like 30 seconds each.
So it's a really fast way to visualize how different solutions might actually work or feel to someone using them, gets you past just words.
Totally. Brings the ideas to life in a different way.
Okay, so we have brainwriting for generating lots of ideas, Crazy Eights for making them more visual. Those seem great for like completely new stuff, right? Those aha moments from a blank slate.
They excel at that kind of divergent blue sky thinking.
But sometimes the challenge isn't inventing something totally new from scratch. Sometimes it's about taking something that already exists, a product, a service, a process, and making it better, innovating on it.
Absolutely. Making it faster or more appealing or solving a specific problem with it.
Is there a good technique for that kind of structured innovation?
There is, and it's a really useful creative thinking tool called SCAMPER.
SCAMPER. Okay, sounds like another acronym.
It is. SCAMPER. Each letter gives you a different lens, a different prompt. To look at an existing thing could be a product, a service, even just an idea.
So it guides your thinking.
Exactly. It's a structured way to systematically poke and prod at something that already exists to see how you might change it in interesting ways. It forces you to think in directions you might not naturally go.
Cool. Can we try applying SCAMPER to our library, reading HMW example, maybe focusing on the existing library service?
Yeah, great idea. Let's run through it quickly.
All right. First letter, S. That stands for substitute. So thinking about the current library experience or the act of reading for busy professionals, what's something we could substitute?
Okay, substitute. Well, an obvious one for libraries is substituting the physical library card. Maybe substitute it with something you always have, like your phone app, or even a fingerprint scan for borrowing. Makes access easier, removes a barrier.
That's practical. Or, thinking more conceptually, maybe substitute the idea of reading being a chore. Substitute with the idea of reading as a reward, just changing the mental framing.
Ooh, I like that. Shifting the perception. Okay, next letter. C is for combine. How could we combine the library service or reading itself with some other service or activity?
Combine.
Well, we could combine library membership with, say, a discount at a local coffee shop. Or maybe combine it with membership at a co-working space, sort of bundle it into a productive leisure package.
Nice, merging it with things people already do.
Or combine access to physical books with perhaps a premium subscription to an audiobook platform, so you can seamlessly switch formats depending on whether you're commuting or relaxing.
I like that combo. Okay, next up is A for adapt. How can we adapt a successful idea or model from a completely different field or industry and apply it to libraries or reading?
Adapt. This makes you look outwards. What if libraries adapted the Netflix model?
How so?
Instead of just being a static catalog, the library platform offers personalized recommendations because you read X, you might like Y, or curated playlists of books around a theme, or maybe trending now lists based on local borrowing, adapting entertainment discovery for books.
That's a really interesting adaptation. Okay, moving on. M is for modify. How could we modify or change something about the existing library? Maybe the physical space or the process of reading itself.
Modify. We could modify the physical library space, maybe create small, totally soundproof, deep work pods, specifically for quiet, focused reading. That's a modification providing real value in a noisy city.
That would be amazing.
Or modify the traditional book club. Instead of pressure discussion, maybe offer silent reading clubs that just meet in a cafe. You get the social aspect of being around people, but just read quietly together, modifying the social format.
Brilliant. Takes the pressure off again. Okay, next is P. Put to another use. How could we take existing library resources, maybe librarian skills, or the space, and put them to a totally different or unexpected use?
Oh, librarians have incredible research skills. You could put those skills to another use by offering maybe a paid research assistant service for local small businesses or freelancers, leveraging their expertise beyond just finding fiction.
Wow, that expands the library's role.
Or put their knowledge to use running workshops for the community on, say, critical thinking or spotting misinformation online, using their information literacy skills in a new way.
Very relevant. Okay, almost there. E is for eliminate. What's a barrier or a pain point or something frustrating about the current library or reading experience that we could just eliminate?
The most obvious one for libraries, late fees. Just eliminate them entirely. Many libraries are doing this already.
Yes, that's a huge one.
Or eliminate the hassle of returning books, maybe designated drop-off boxes in more convenient locations, or even a super low-cost pickup service. Eliminate anything that feels like friction or a chore.
Makes total sense. And finally, R for reverse or rearrange. How could we flip the traditional model on its head? Reverse the direction.
Reverse, okay. Instead of people always having to go to the library building,
Right.
how could the library or the reading experience come to them? Maybe reverse the flow with a modern, targeted book mobile that visits specific office parks or apartment complexes at lunchtime.
The library comes to you.
Or reverse the browsing process. Instead of you searching, a delivery service brings a curated selection to your door based on your preferences. It reverses the dynamic from passive access to active outreach.
Wow. Okay, running through SCAMPER like that, it really does force you to stretch your thinking about something familiar in lots of different ways, doesn't it?
It's a fantastic mental workout. It systematically pushes you beyond your usual assumptions and encourages a different kind of innovation building on what's already there.
So those are 3 really solid techniques then. Brainwriting, Crazy Eights, SCAMPER.
Yep. 3 powerful ways to move you from that well-crafted how might we question to, hopefully, a wall covered in a rich, diverse set of potential solutions.
And the big takeaway seems to be that core principle you mentioned earlier.
Absolutely. It's about intentionally separating the act of generating ideas from the act of evaluating them. And using structured methods, like these 3, really helps invite and capture contributions from everyone, not just the usual suspects.
Right. So here's the challenge for you, the listener, this week. We really want you to try this out. Take a how might we question you've been mulling over, something you're actually working on.
Make it real.
Set a timer.
Yeah.
Just 15 minutes. And pick one of these techniques. Maybe lock yourself away for a solo brainwriting session with some sticky notes.
Or just grab a piece of paper, fold it up, and do a super quick round of Crazy Eights. No pressure, just see what happens.
Exactly. See what kinds of ideas you can uncover when you deliberately give yourself that focused space to just diverge, go wide.
Because, and this is a little teaser, on our next, we're going to tackle that crucial next step.
The big question.
Yeah. Once you do have that wall full of maybe 50 or 100 potentially amazing ideas, how on earth do you choose which ones are worth pursuing?
How do you sort through the noise?
Exactly. So next time, we'll dig into some practical, powerful prioritization methods, things like dot voting and the impact effort matrix, to help you zero in on the most promising solutions to actually move forward with.
Okay, looking forward to that. So maybe a final thought to leave people with today, connecting this back.
Yeah, I think it's worth considering how just making a relatively small shift in how you approach ideation, moving away from that default, often broken brainstorm, it doesn't just unlock more ideas. It can unlock a fundamentally different kind of idea. It really can transform those nagging problems into genuine, exciting possibilities.
Turning problems into possibilities. I like that.
So yeah, go make some ideas.
Show, let's go, open up your mind and grow. Facts and stories, things you never know. Every episode, we light the glow. Step into the world of Mass Show. Turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Feel the beat, take control. Don't be shy, just let it go. This is where the magic grows. Tune in now, it's the Mass Show. Lights up bright and minds will glow. Every day we learn and grow. Come along and join the flow. New ideas begin to shine. Breaking limits, crossing lines. Every moment feels divine. In the world of Mass Show time. Turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Feel the beat, take control. Don't be shy, just let it go. This is where the magic grows. Tune in now, it's the Mass Show. Lights are bright and minds will glow. Every day we learn and grow. Come along and join the flow.